So honestly, after watching this episode, I really like the swagger of Noel. Like he's his job as the talker, arguably the weakest one. But lately in this series, we've seen him. Even in this episode, we've seen him go toe to toe with this the swordsman that he was fighting. And when they both dispersed the next day, when the assassin gave the message to Albert that was given from Noel, I'll leave a message. You could tell after the message, like how Koga talked about him, like his swagger, like it's so cool. Like he has so much aura. Like I don't know. My thing is that not only he's pretty much like Batman, pretty much. I guess in that universe, in the sense that he's always prepared and he's always making moves. Like for example, one example is that the whole scene at the bar where he left. He was told to leave the capital, and he left. And we see he left for a week vacation, and then after that week, he came back to Albert, like he promised. And this time, Noel, he had a plan. And we saw that plan that he took the week that he was supposed to leave the capital. He said he took a vacation, but we saw that he was actually looking up things. So like it was revealed that one Albert, poisoned the former boss, and he's not the illegitimate child of the former boss. Just like his whole swagger. And then at the end of the episode, it's pretty obvious that there's gonna be a duel between Albert and Noel. But he also asked one of the rival bosses, I forgot how you pronounce the name, I'm guessing one of the rivals' families, their bosses. And he came here because Noel asked him, but he says, I'm here to witness the duel. So I don't know. I just feel like Noel won. His swagger is off the chart with his physical prowess and his ability to, I guess, convince people. Like being a big talker. Like the whole poison one thing. He told Albert it was poison, but his blood card later checked that there was no poison in it. It was just all talk, bluff. But it's instances like those, like Batman. I know I'm drawing up a lot of comparison to Batman, but that's what Noah really feels like, because he's like when you hear someone have the talker job, you don't necessarily expect them to be built like Noel is. Like we saw his body, he has muscles everywhere, and like he stood his ground with the swordsman, who was obviously where his job is of a fighter class instead of Noel, and Noel's just a talker. So yeah, just throughout this whole episode, I really admire his swagger, and especially towards the end of the episode where it's really pointed, really insinuated that next week we're probably gonna see the duel between Albert and Noel. And I don't know, we're gonna see how that whole thing ends up, because I also saw the opening, and And so I saw the opening, and Koga was, part of Noel's party. And to that, I'm not really surprised because obviously Noel was intrigued by him. Um, he was intrigued by him when he was, a beggar. But obviously Noel didn't pursue him because, he wants a hungry wolf. And so now I believe after the whole duel with Albert is settled, the Albert's, bodyguards, I guess, they'll probably take Albert and just disappear because they have no reason to fight, and then Koga is gonna be pretty much left out because he was only brought in as an assassin. So Koga's probably gonna be out of a job, and I think planned it so he can swoop in because he already knows that Koga. I think he was counting on the fact that Koga was some kind of a battle junkie, like he would admire your fighting prowess, and so I think Noel kind of planned it. And it's obvious that he's gonna invite Noel to be a permanent member of the party. Now the other question is that, so aside from how the episode ended with the duel about to begin, the other question is that what is Noel gonna do with the puppeteer that he was looking into his innocence? Because he wasn't really in the opening. So I do have questions about that, but overall I think this episode was awesome. I really liked his swagger and how he carries himself and his whole ambiance. And I can't wait to watch more episodes and see how this whole thing, turns out. But think I'm ending here. Please leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.